You've heard it said, mess with the bull, you get the horns. Well, in this case, mess with the city of Minneapolis and they pull your liquor license.
That's right, Surdyk's Liquor and Cheese can't sell booze for a month starting in July after the Sunday sales stunt that the longtime store pulled yesterday. A lot of folks online spilled about Surdyk's move here to purposefully jump the gun. But what do his fellow liquor store owners think about it? While every liquor store in the state was closed, Jim Surdyk, owner of Surdyk's Wine and Cheese Shop, was ringing them in on a Sunday, the forever forbidden off-sale day of the week.
We've been in business for 80 years, so we're kind of Surdyk's is the first to do a lot of stuff.
The move tsunamied on social, starting with Surdyk's ad, then to people gloating the coveted Sunday sale, then to those bashing the illegal move. So we went to the other players in the game, in Golden Valley, Minneapolis, and St. Paul, to get their take on this.
I was so surprised because I came in yesterday, and through my mind I said, should I just go on and open up?
No.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I said, should I just go and open up? But I said, no, I better not. And then I went home and seen Jim on TV.
There's vendors I've talked to today, and everybody's like, yeah, you see Jim, he did that crazy thing down at Surdyk's, and it's just like, yeah, crazy, but crazy like a fox. I mean, geez, everybody's talking about Surdyk's. If anybody was going to push the line and push the edge and try to make it go, it's going to be Jim. I mean, it's because they're innovators.
I don't know if I would call choosing the convenient route or switching your mind as innovative. I was not open on Sunday because I was respecting and paying attention to what the law was.
Do you think it's innovative or do you think it's not smart?
I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's smart. I wouldn't want to jeopardize my license like that. If they'd came and told me to close, I would have closed. When you don't close and you keep on going, I think it is kind of spitting in their face.
I've been pulled over for speeding before, but I did pull over when the lights were in the back of my mirror. For me, that says something about my character. I would like to take the high road a little bit and say, thank you for switching over to Sunday sales. I'm glad you're for it now because we've been for it for a long time.
Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it?
I mean, technically it's against the law, so I don't agree with it in that sense. But if there's an opportunity to be the first, and it's one way to make yourself more relevant. I mean, you come off as an innovator by doing something like that, and to me, I think it's probably smart.
So good luck to them.
So that's what liquor store owners think right there. Let's bring in Lou Raguse. He covered the story at 6 o'clock and actually spoke with Jim Surdyk today about the move to open. First, Surdyk was one of these vehemently against Sunday sales. Why is he now first to get on the train?
I think it was he's seen an opportunity. He can't help that the law is passing, even though he was opposed to it before, so now he's finding a way to profit off of it.
And to say, though, they were opposed of it because they didn't like what it may lead to. It may open a door to a new law. It wasn't because they didn't want to sell booze on Sunday, right?
Yeah, he saw this going in the direction of every little mini mart opening up a liquor store eventually, and all of a sudden he has a couple thousand extra competitors.
And you talked to Jim Surdyk today, and this is before the city handed down the punishment.
He was waiting for it when we talked to him, yeah.
Okay, so then you find out the punishment after you do your interview, and what happened then?
Well, we went straight back over there, and he was upstairs in the office, and he wasn't coming down anytime soon. He had a lot to talk about with attorneys and so forth. Eventually, they sent an employee down to let us know that the attorney told him not to comment.
Interesting. Okay. My question, and you had the same question, is what's going to happen to the employees there? So let's say the punishment does hold up, and he's got to not sell for a whole month.
In the middle of the summer.
In the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
So what do the employees do?
Well, you know, they were there. They were all finding out on their cell phones, reading the articles, reading Twitter and so forth, and they were nervous. In fact, one guy told me that he might need to look for another job. And so they're nervous, but who knows what Jim's plan is, because he's a guy that doesn't show his hand. He has an idea of what he's going to do, and he doesn't let us in on it. And you know, who knows what he's planning, or if this even is a bigger surprise, harsh punishment.
Did it seem like to him that he didn't think there would be such backlash from the city?
He definitely thought that other people were going to jump on board. So I was interested on your story there, listening to those guys. Were they hinting that they were thinking about doing it too?
Well, one was,
I really thought that Surdyk was thinking that next Sunday there were going to be a lot other liquor stores joining him in opening up and making it harder to enforce.
Yeah, not anymore. They say they might revoke his license if he tries it again.
Yeah, that's why I brought the letter here. It says if you don't comply, we're going to look at revoking your license.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty risky for him to try it again.
All right, thanks, Lou. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.